So, good morning. It is April 22nd, and today we're going to go over quadrilaterals. So that's going to be page 929. Okay. So, a student just brought something up. If you're supposed to be getting like speech or OT and you haven't heard from your person, let me know and I can reach out to everybody and make sure that they're what the plan is or what the process is. Okay. Because it's my understanding that all of that should still be going on. So if it's not, let me know and we can try to work on that. Okay, but again, page 929. So today it's quadrilaterals. So we have gone over quadrilaterals multiple times before. You've been assigned the iReady lessons and everything like that. So hopefully today should be a pretty smooth, easy process. Okay. So let me start screen sharing and let's get to those pages. So screen share. All right. So classifying quadrilaterals. So everything is goes from the basic framework of a quadrilateral, which simply means a four-sided shape. Okay. So it has two branches, but one of them is really not even a branch. Trapezoid is a quadrilateral, but it's all by itself. It doesn't have anything else connected to it. Okay. Somebody said me in chat. Okay. So there's a trapezoid. Okay. But most of them are going to go down this train, which is a parallelogram, which basically means quadrilateral with opposite sides congruent. That just basically means opposite sides are the same size. Okay. So opposites are equal. That's all it means. Okay. But that branches off into the rectangle, which has four right angles, opposite sides the same size. But the rhombus has all four sides the same size. But the angles don't always match up perfectly. And then the square has all four sides the same and all four right angles. Okay. I got you, Anthony. Okay. So this tree right here is going to be your best friend today. Okay. It's going to be your best friend. Use this as a reference point. This will tell you anything and everything you need to know. Okay. So this is everything you need to know. So we have to work on that. So let's go into example 2. So it says one side of the Realia building in Madrid, Spain is shown on the right. Describe the attributes of the quadrilateral, then classify it based on its attributes. Okay. So I would say opposite sides are equal or congruent. Opposite sides are equal or congruent, right? So opposite sides are congruent and, well, I would say the angles are the same as well. So based on that description, which would we say this is over here? I would say it's a parallelogram, right? Opposite sides, opposite sides. I mean, that's almost perfectly a parallelogram. So that's what I would call that. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to classify 1 and 2 for the guided practice. Okay. I want you to classify those two. And when you have that, put your answer in the chat, but don't send it just yet. Okay. Take about another 30 seconds, and then let's send it in. All right, so go ahead and send that in. Did you put something back in the other? So what do you think the guided practice 1 and 2 are? Go ahead and send in those answers. Well, one person has sent me the first one. All right, so Bethany, I'm going to ask you about number 1. Okay, so how do you know it was a rectangle?
Because the opposite sides of the quadrilateral were congruent and parallel. There were 4 right angles, so I classified it as a rectangle.
Yeah, so I mean, opposite sides are the same, but all sides aren't the same. And then all of your other characteristics were absolutely perfect. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely classify that one as a rectangle. You can go down that list right below it, and it pretty well tailor-made everything to it. Okay, so great job there. So the first person sending the next one was Shania. So I want to see if she wants to describe how she got that. Shania, can you? I think you're unmuted now. Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me how you got rhombus.
I looked at the picture.
Okay. And pretty much they look exactly the same, don't they?
Yes.
I mean,
I just used the chart because you said it's gonna help.
yeah, I mean that chart's gonna potentially save the day today. And did it save the day?
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, sure.
But we also could have gone down the list below it as well. So the quadrilateral.
Oh,
Yeah. So did it have 4 congruent sides? Are all sides the same?
yes.
So has 4 congruent sides.
Mhm.
Opposite sides are
The same.
the same or congruent. So the quadrilateral is a rhombus. Mm-hmm. So I mean that's how I would have done it. So
Okay.
yeah. So before I completely turn you loose, what we're gonna do, I mean, we're gonna do this page right over here. So what you have to do is 3 through 4, you're going to have to describe the attributes. Okay. So you're going to have to describe the triangle, or not the triangles, the quadrilaterals. So use that chart that we have on page 1, and then you're just going to have to go back down and give the descriptions of them, right? So basically, if you know what this shape is, try to use math terms to describe it. If you're struggling with it, that chart is still going to be your best friend, okay? And then 5 and 6, you're going to circle the quadrilaterals that make sense, okay? Remember, that chart is there for your best friend. Use that as your reference point always, okay? And then 7 and 8, you have to describe if it's true or if it's false. If it's false, you have to tell me why, okay? That's 7 and 8. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 through 11, okay? 3 through 11. So that's under 10 problems, okay? Does anybody have any questions, concerns, anything I can help with, anything you need me to talk you through? Yes, I will get back on at 1 if you have questions. So I'll post at about 12:55 and then. So Ankita. Let's see if I can. So Ankita, you're unmuted. So what do you not understand about 3 and 4?
Like, I don't understand what to write or put down on.
Okay. So without saying it, do you understand, do you know what number 3 is?
Yes.
Okay. How would you describe it? So let me run down a checklist with you, okay? Are there any 90-degree angles?
No.
So there's no 90-degree angles. Are opposite sides the same?
Yeah.
Okay. How many sides does it have?
4.
Guess what? You just told me almost all the major characteristics of that shape. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm looking for. Does it have right angles? Are opposite sides congruent? How many sides are there? Things like that. Okay. So you can tell me what it is and then give me like 2 major characteristics. Okay. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. Alejandro, I'm coming to you now. So what do you not understand about 7 and 8?
It's like, do we put a sentence or like, what do we do?
So if it's true, you just simply state true. So if you believe the answer is true, you put true. If you believe the answer is false, you tell me false and why it's false. Okay?
Okay.
So like if one of them was a trapezoid, right? And I
Yeah.
said the trapezoid has 2 sets of parallel sides. Is that true or false?
False.
It's false. So what you have to say is it's false because the trapezoid only has 1 set of parallel sides.
Yes.
You just have to tell me what part they got wrong by stating what part is actually correct.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
No problem. Caleb, what you got, buddy?
So what are we learning about today?
Well, we're actually wrapping it up. We're doing quadrilaterals. So
Okay.
on the independent practice, we're doing 3 through 11.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions, concerns, anything you need me to talk you through or help you with? Okay. So that's pretty well going to end it today. If you have questions, concerns, I'll be back on at 12:55. So if you have questions, concerns, anything like that, come back to that Zoom at that time and I'll talk you through any questions, concerns you have, okay? So see y'all later and don't have too much fun. We do 3 through 11. Okay. No, I shouldn't give the work earlier because the understanding has always been with us. If you understand it and you're good with it, you do the independent practice and you do all of it. But if you're struggling and you're actually working with me, then you get a shorter assignment. So that's how it's always been. That's how I'll always do it. Okay. Because if you get it, you should be able to go do that whole thing, no problem. Okay. But if you don't, or you need a reference point, it's easier just to walk there with me. Okay. So I'll see you later and y'all have a great day. Okay.